Have you ever heard of a discovery so groundbreaking it drives its creator to madness? Today, we're diving into the tragic tales of three brilliant minds whose genius became their curse. First, let's talk about Ludwig Boltzmann. This Austrian physicist was a man ahead of his time, dedicating his life to proving that matter is made of tiny, individual particles called atoms. It sounds obvious to us now, right? But back in the late 19th century, the scientific community just wasn't ready to accept it. They ridiculed him relentlessly. Imagine fighting your entire life for a truth you know is real, only to be met with constant scorn. The relentless opposition, combined with his own battle against depression, became too much to bear. In a tragic end, Boltzmann took his own life, never living to see his atomic theory universally accepted. Next, we have Kurt Gödel, a logician whose mind was perhaps too brilliant for its own good. In 1931, he published his two incompleteness theorems. To put it simply, he proved that within any formal mathematical system, there will always be statements that are true but can never be proven. This discovery sent shockwaves through the world of mathematics and philosophy, shattering the dream of a complete and consistent set of axioms. For Gödel, this wasn't just a theory. It was a terrifying reality. He became consumed by paranoia, believing people were trying to poison him. He would only eat food his wife prepared and tasted first. When she was hospitalized, he refused to eat at all and tragically starved to death, a victim of the very logic he had reached. Finally, there's the heartbreaking story of Philip Semmelweis, the doctor who could have saved millions. In the 1840s, while working in a Vienna hospital, he noticed a horrifying trend. Women were dying from childbed fever at an alarming rate in the doctor's ward compared to the midwife's ward. He made a simple but revolutionary connection. Doctors were performing autopsies and then delivering babies without washing their hands. He proposed a simple solution: a chlorine hand-washing protocol. The results were immediate and dramatic mortality rates plummeted. But instead of being hailed as a hero, he was mocked and rejected by the established medical community. They couldn't accept that they, the esteemed doctors, were the cause of death. The constant ridicule broke him. He was eventually committed to an asylum, where he ironically died from an infected wound, the very kind of infection his discovery could have prevented. These stories remind us that the path of discovery can be lonely and unforgiving. The next time you learn about a scientific breakthrough, remember the human cost that sometimes comes with it. Thanks for watching. And if you found these stories as fascinating as I did, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.